Welcome back to Built While Becoming. I am Stacy C.Collins, and this is my third episode. And I'm consistently posting each and every Sunday on my YouTube channel. And so today's topic is I realized that I was living in survival mode and I knew that I couldn't stay there. So I started making small changes. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the small changes that I made. First was regulating my nervous system. Second, slowing down instead of rushing, planning instead of reacting, speaking calm instead of spiraling, focusing on my health and my body, being grateful for what I have, and taking responsibility for my life. Those were the things that I knew that I had issues with. And so I started looking at them one by one last year, and now this year I am implementing each and every one of those. Okay. So the first one is regulating my nervous system. For me, that means going to bed on time. I always stay up late. Well, I used to stay up late. I would stay up till, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock. And the reason why, well, I actually had to figure out why. One of the reasons I was staying up so late is because I get home at 8:30, and I have my daughter. So I feel like I'm rush, trying to spend a little bit of time with her. By the time I get off at 7:30, by the time I make it home, by the time we unwind and we get back into our nightly routine, and it's already 9:30. And so in those moments, I realized, oh, I need a little bit of time for myself. And so that can mean me going downstairs, that's snacking, watching a show, or just decompressing in my office, listening to music. I feel like I needed time to wind down. And so now I realize that it's not only about you winding down, but it's also about going to bed on time so that I can be productive for the next day. So that's me regulating my nervous system. I also have started to slow down. So one of those things of slowing down is after going to bed on time, it's my morning wake up. I'm getting up at 5 a.m. every morning, and now at this point, I don't need an alarm clock, which is great. My body just automatically gets me up. So up at 5, feet hit the ground. I walk into my guest bedroom and I have a little comfy chair, and I sit and I meditate and I pray. Most of the time, it takes me 10-15 minutes, just depending on, how I'm feeling. Then I go downstairs, I come to my office down here, and I read my Bible verse. And I turn on some morning meditation music or some morning motivation music, or I'll listen to Les Brown, Myron Golden, Tony Robbins, Kevin Trudeau, whoever is on my heart at that time. I will sit and I will listen while and take notes. And then I'll work on my business plan, or I'll get up and I'll make breakfast for Bailey and I. And then I'm making sure that everything is ready so that way when we leave and we're out the door, everything is done. I usually even will put my lunch bag in the car because I'm only like maybe 45 minutes away from leaving. So the lunch bag in the car, her diaper bag's in the car. Her snacks are in the car, but lately she likes her snacks on this back table here. So I will lay out her snacks. She has to have her sippy cup and a snack to ride with every single day. So I'll put that out for her. But those little things are helping me not to be able to rush my day, right? Because we already know as soon as we get in the car, seatbelt on, we're in traffic, right? And so this is helping me to slow down by having these morning rituals. Okay. And then, and that's kind of part of like the planning instead of reacting. I am a true planner by nature, right? And even I have to plan like a rest day. So today is Sunday, and I said, you know what? I need to go ahead and plan my YouTube out. And so the other 2 YouTubes that I uploaded, I had already planned those out, and all I had to do was just upload on Sunday. Today, I'm actually filming and uploading all at the same time, right? And so the lighting here around this part of the day is like really nice. So between like 1:30, 2:30 Central Standard Time, it's like perfect sun. So this is why I decided to do it then. But before I did that, I had to put the baby down to sleep. I had to make sure she had lunch. I had to make sure she was changed and ready to go so that I can come down and film this video. So I'm always constantly planning out things, and I noticed that when they are planned out, things go much better for me. And I realize that my nervous system is just like, we can do this, right? Speaking calmly instead of spiraling. Whew. Let's talk about that one. For me, and I tend to look off, it's just because I'm like thinking in the process of recording this, and I didn't want to like have to cut, copy, and paste, so I'm just kind of like going with this. So back to the question, is speaking calmly instead of spiraling. We all have our attitudes, we all have our moments, we all have the things that tick us off, and for me, I've just decided to step back and say, okay. And I'll allow the feelings to come, but I don't respond. I'll allow someone to say something and I don't respond. I'll take it in and I'll think about it. And if I need to wait till I cool down, then I'll come back and have a conversation about it. Or maybe even the next day. It doesn't have to be, well, you said this and then I need to say this, because in that moment I'm already upset, and so I'm gonna say something that you're not gonna like. I'm gonna say something that's going to hurt your feelings, and so in order for me not to respond, I just go with it. Okay. And I've learned this one thing too. I don't know if it's in this order, but when I'm in traffic and I'm in my zone, and every day is not perfect, right? But when I have those moments of being angry with customers or family or something of that nature, in my mind it's like, I love you, thank you, I appreciate you, please forgive me. And there is an order to that, but I think it's let's see, it's I love you, please forgive me, thank you. One of those orders anyway. But I've have it somewhere, and when I'm just like, you know what, I need to go back into my gratitude. And even when I talked about on the last episode, the gratitude of me with my job and all of that, like I've noticed that, okay, if something happens, it's like, look at the brighter side, give gratitude, talk about how it's helped me in those moments, and then I'm just moving on, right? Because I don't like to stay mad. I know, like I talked about in the past, I can stay mad for days, right? And so now it's like, no, I am going to take the time, understand where I am, and not react in that moment, and take the time to move forward. So that's where we are with that. And that goes into the gratitude piece, and then taking responsibility for my life. That is a big one for me, and I think it's a big one for everyone else, is taking responsibilities. I am who I am because of the actions that I've chose, right? I am at this point overweight in my life, and it's because of the actions that I chose. Not because I just ate too many burgers, but it's because of the sadness. It's because of the loneliness. It's because of unhealed trauma in my life, and probably in yours too, right? And so all of those things play a major part in taking responsibility. And now that I'm a mom, I don't want to be an overweight mom. I don't want to be the kind of mom that I can't go run and jump and play with my daughter because I can't keep up. And I used to do CrossFit. I've done CrossFit for like 2 years or so, off and on. But the weight would come off, but I wasn't completely 100% committed. I would eat my meal preps, then I would go to the gym, and then at night if something happened at work or a horrible, family moment or relationship moment, I would eat. And now I realize, like, yeah, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. And a lot of the times I was paying like $200 for my CrossFit membership every month. And I had months where I did good. And then I had months that I didn't. And I noticed that during my cycle, I get really aggravated like the week before my cycle comes on. And so I would go to the gym, but I wasn't fully there. I wasn't fully committed just because I just my emotions were all over the place, right? And so I noticed for me that when you are in the gym, you have to be 100% committed, mind, body, heart, and all of it. And those moments where I had relationship issues, but I would still go to the gym, and I was like, you know what? I'm mad. I'm mad about this relationship. Let me take it out on these weights. But I never gave 100%. And like I said, I would just, eat later. And then I notice a lot of the weight has come from the stressful job that I have. Before I started my job, well, I'm there 11 years this year. So, 11 years ago, I was not the weight that I am. I feel like I've gained average of 8 to 10 pounds a year working at the job. One, because of the high stress. Two, because there's tons of fast food around, there's tons of restaurants around. It is convenient. And when I get off of work, I don't want to stand and I don't want to cook. And even now, I'm meal prepping on Sundays so that I can have food for the rest of the week. And that's helping, but it's being consistent with that too. So it's a challenge, but I'm up for it, right? Let's see, what else do I have here? I am impatient, to say the least. I'm one of those people who say, I want to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. I want to go from not being able to do everything in CrossFit, and in 3 months I want to be able to be the champion of CrossFit, right? Um, I remember being a kid, and I never wanted to know like the places that we were going to go on Saturdays or on vacation. Like, for example, if my parents said, hey, we're going to go to Disney World in July, don't tell me. Don't tell me until like 2 or 3 days beforehand, maybe a week before, because for me, I realize that I'm so impatient and I want it right now. And it feels like, oh, it's a lifetime to wait. This is January and we're not going to July. Oh my God, I gotta wait 6 whole months. And I realized that came to a head when I was pregnant. I had hyperemesis gravidium, and I realized that I am not a patient person. Uh, not at all. I'm not patient. Not only was I not patient, but then being sick the whole time, like throwing up, I couldn't go to work. I literally pulled out my calendar and would count the weeks. How many weeks can I, do I have to go to before I can deliver? I opted for a C-section just because I was sick my whole pregnancy, and I threw up every day. And it was, do I eat or do I drink? Do I drink or do I eat? Well, I need to eat. Okay, so I'll have to sip water 2 hours later. I never knew how much someone could appreciate being able to eat and drink at the same time and it not coming up. So, with that being said, I am truly learning that this is a life's journey. Me being the person that I see myself in the future, me being physically fit, me being spiritually aligned, me growing my business, all of those things, and so on and so forth. Those things take time, right? And so last year, it was building the idea of, what does this woman look like? What does Stacy C.Collins do? Who does she connect with? I realize that I talk for a living. I just talk to the wrong people. And so, with that acknowledgement, now it's okay, well, let me talk to the right people. Let me see how I can help others, how I can serve by talking to the right people. And so that's where I am with this episode. I hope that helped. I'll continue to grow as this channel improves, as I improve. I am truly built while becoming. I cannot wait to see where I am 6 months from now, where I am a year from now. I can't wait to see what my body looks like, what my hair looks like. Do I put some color in it? Do I get rid of some of this gray in the front? I'm 44 and yeah, I'm starting to gray here. And don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. But I do like having a little color here and there. So let's see how this works out for me and you. And until the next time, peace.